This is The Run Through. I'm Chloe Malle, and my special co-host today is Ignacio Murillo, Global Talent Casting Director.
Hi.
And today is a very special day on the podcast because we are joined in the studio by our global superstar.
One of the most decorated artists in Latin music, a Grammy winner and the first Latina to headline Coachella.
Carol, we're so excited to have you here. And I have to say, there's been so much excitement on our team when they heard you were coming, and they're like, oh my God, Karol G's coming? This is so exciting.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Now I have to say hi to the whole team.
Have you been following World Cup? Have you been watching?
I've been watching.
Because Colombia did well.
Colombia, yeah, it was a really sad thing. We were at rehearsals in the big screen of the, literally the screen of the show, seeing the game, and it was so sad when we were out.
I know. Yeah. And Shakira is performing.
She did the opening and she's closing. That's representation right there, you know? I feel proud also. That's a Colombian moment too.
Well, now I'm starting to think every time the World Cup, it's I just associate Shakira. Literally, every time. Yeah,
it's something that for sure, because the last World Cup, not this one, 4 years ago, it was 6 different songs, and it's kind of, you didn't find, or you don't remember one that you say this was the song of that season. But right now with her, it's kind of, she has the song.
Yeah. Have you ever performed at a huge sport event like that in the U.S. or anywhere?
Not in the U.S. I think last year I did an NFL game in Brazil.
Oh,
and
fun.
I think, it felt big for me, you know? Brazil is for me, it's kind of another world in music. And it was so special to do that. Yeah.
Sounds like you've been just locked in rehearsals all summer, but what has this summer looked like for you?
Yeah, summer has been looking like rehearsals and creating at the same time. I've been so inspired, doing music for since November last year. I started in between preparing tour, preparing Coachella, doing music. I love doing music. I love spend time in the studio, finding new sounds and going in different ways. I'm a very tour person.
Okay.
I think I get a little stressed when I have more than 2 weeks in the same place.
Interesting.
Well, speaking of your tour, Viajando por el Mundo, Tropitour starts on July 24. This is your most ambitious tour to date because it will be on stadiums and it will be across Europe, Latin America, and the U.S. You will be touring until July 2027, so a whole...
Oh, crazy, a whole year.
A whole year.
So what are you most excited about?
Actually, I just excited to... I'm waiting for the people to see what we pull all together. It's amazing, and it's been a journey where I was just trying to see myself in the position I always dream myself to see me. This time is kind of different because I did a list, a list of things that I would love to see in myself, the skills that I want to get better.
Okay, what's on the list?
Dancing. I wanted to dance a lot because my last album is about this Latina showgirl. So I was if I'm going to be a showgirl, this has to be an spectacle in all the ways, singing, in my wardrobe, my dancing. So everything is so massive in different ways. And I wanted to just make sure all my capacities and my skills were on point for this tour. So I'm kind of excited for the people to see what we have, but at the same time to see my performance. I want to check myself in a different perspective this time. So I'm very excited. I just want this to happen. I need this to happen already. It's been exhausting days. Yeah, it's kind of, I feel that when we start the tour, it's going to get a little more chill.
Okay.
Because the days before, you're putting all together, checking everything is said, rehearsing and everything. But then you start and it feels a little less rush.
What makes you most nervous before you start a tour?
Maybe getting the show in a place that I can find a balance in between what I want to show and the connection with the fans. It's kind of, I don't want to create a show that is I'm watching something crazy, but at the same time it's soulless, empty of connection.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm most stressed about to feel. For me, you create a show and your fans are the half of that show.
Right.
How they answer and how they react to the show. So that's the part that I can't control until I'm there. That's what gets me more nervous right now, just to see their reaction about the things we created.
And then how do you prepare? How long does it take to prepare to basically do this whole tour, be hours and hours on stage and all the dancing?
Yeah, because to me it seems like preparing to run a marathon. Must be a training schedule. What is your physical What's the tour fitness schedule?
Literally, I think it's kind of now I want to run a marathon just to see if I'm doing that good because I
You
feel
can do it.
Because I feel like with this preparation it has been crazy. But since October we just got ready a team of a trainer. I traveled with a chef and someone that helps me with my recovery in my body.
Ooh, I want to hear about all those things. Like what is your chef making? What's the main staples of your like tour prep diet?
It's crazy because people will feel like I don't eat carbs or things like that, and it's crazy. No, I do eat a lot of carbs because of the long day rehearsals, but it's most about like taking out like sugar, productos refinados.
Like refined products, like
Processed sugar?
Processed sugar, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. No, those those
speak
things.
Spanish.
No. Yeah, you see. Yeah, she save us in this conversation. But yeah, it's kind of to do a clean food, like a clean eating and eating exactly what I have to eat to have my body with the energy that I need. Like the amount of protein, the amount of carbs, the amount of fruits, everything together super balanced. It's been a learning process also. And it's kind of at the same time you get in love with. I feel different than before. Like I feel very energetic. I feel that my body is just taking it up good, like all the hard work we're doing, my body feels okay. So I'm excited. I don't know. You have to see then if you can come to the show. The stage is huge. We kind of we have the stage here, but we kind of going from one side to the stadium to the other side.
What is the kind of recovery stuff you do? Like, do you do ice baths? Do you do cryotherapy, or what are they giving you?
I do cryo. We call it cold plunge.
Yeah.
That is ice bath. And we have physiotherapists that travel not just with me and the dancers. And we have all the equipment, literally everything, like electronic things. They bring massages with volcano rocks. They have like the las ventosas, the cups.
like cupping. Like
Cupping.
cupping, yeah.
So we bring everything, whatever you need. Is literally there.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Are you taking any supplements, peptides?
Chloe, in supplements, I just in every single meal, I get more full about the water that I drink with my supplements than the food that I eat. It's crazy. I just feel like I don't know. Yeah, but it's kind of 6 to 8 pills in every meal. Just
if you had to pick 2 supplements you couldn't live without, what would they be?
Yeah, I'm gonna choose magnesium. I'm gonna choose creatine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose vitamins and omega. Omega is the one that they ask me I don't eat seafood.
Okay.
I don't like it a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, I said I'm allergic, but I'm not. just to make sure they don't cook anything. Yeah.
Do you do any kind of meditation, or sort of how do you stay grounded when you're moving around that much?
I like to listen to podcasts.
What do you listen to?
Right now I'm listening to a podcast that I like a lot. It's Make Art, Not Content. It's a really, really interesting podcast they do. Like they take real stories and they take real stories from real people and they make kind of a parallelo and they help you to go through things and they explain you how to do things and I really like that. And I think that's my meditation. I like to listen to audiobooks and podcasts and I'm not the one that I sit and just do and I say it because my mind is so full of things and I never get it. Like I cannot. I don't know why, but my brain is all the time full of things. So I rather listen to podcasts and that's kind of a meditation.
What audiobook are you listening to?
Okay, now I'm listening to like Prostituta Sagrada. It's a sacred prostitute.
Yeah.
Sacred Prostitute is a really amazing book about how powerful is sexual energy from women in all the ways. It's not like it's not a book that talks about sexuality, but it's kind of how our sexual energy it's so powerful and so hypnotic. And if we can canalize that, it's kind of, we can do a lot. It's kind of to put the connection inside us. It's a very spiritual, amazing women book.
We have to read.
I know.
Do you like reading? Yeah.
I love reading.
Yeah.
I love listening to audiobooks too.
Should we talk about fashion? Fashion in
Let's
the
talk
tour?
about, wow, let's talk about fashion.
You work with Brett Allen. So
Yeah.
how did that start? When did you start working with him?
With Brett, wow, now it's kind of almost like 7 years. And it's crazy because fashion for me, it's been a journey. It's
In
been
what
like
way?
up and downs. And I don't know, like first, I think I was trying, like for me, fashion at the first place, it was like putting cool looks or experimental or, it's kind of what fashion, I understood for fashion before. But now with the time, it's kind of, I started like looking at different things and how I resonate with things. And for me now, I just found myself in a way that everything has to represent who really I am and my identity as a Colombian, as a Latina. Now I know brands that I like or I connect more and they represent like my message or what I want to share.
What are some examples?
For example, for tour, I found like for one of the looks that for me was the most iconic at Coachella, Etro. I feel like they were all designing things. It felt like cultural in a type of way. They have a segment in my show that they always gonna be from them. But now
I love
really,
Etro.
They're really good. And I have for this tour like working things with Roberto Cavalli. I found their designs very myself.
Cavalli is designing Shakira's outfit on Sunday, which I can tell you guys secretly because this is going to air after it. You can read on Vogue.com the exclusive behind her look.
I love. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And we're working with Paco Rabanne. Pucci is doing things. We're working with Chrome Hearts in some special outfits that is going to be out in a specific segment in the show that is coming later then.
How many looks in total do you have for the tour?
For the tour, it's going to be a crazy amount. But in the show, because we have 6 different segments where I change.
You
clothes.
changed 6 times?
Yeah.
Over, what is it, like 2 hours, 3 hours?
It's 2 hours and a half, the
Okay.
show. Yeah. In the way we have it, like we have it 6 different segments. And
So
we're
shorter
working
than
in
the
different-
Odyssey.
Yeah. My God. Yeah, a little.
Are you going to see the Odyssey? Are there any summer movies you have time to see or you're too busy?
I really want to see. I don't know if like I'm really waiting for Dune. I don't remember if it's gonna be the summer.
It's Christmas,
that's the
so you've
movie
got a minute.
that I'm like really into. When I saw like the announcement, that's really I'm into.
Did you see the first 2?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I love from that movie like everything. Like the fashion in that movie is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the music. I'm very into music in the movies. Like I really like to feel like the world, like they build with the music. And some of the movies, they don't really put like that much of attention to it. But Dune, actually, they do a great job with music. And I like that too. So I'm waiting for it.
Can you tell me about your tattoos? Because I know I read a lot that one is Selena, but who are these other ladies?
Selena, Rihanna, me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
The
it's
Holy
crazy.
Trinity.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because they're being like you get to know new people and you always find like inspo in different people. But for me, it's been always them.
Wow.
It doesn't change. Like Selena is my ultimate forever muse. I really love all about her. And Rihanna is kind of the alive person that I admire like the most as a woman. Like,
Have you spent time with her?
I met her at her Super Bowl. She invited me to just meet her backstage. It was a perfect, beautiful time. And yeah, after that, I haven't seen her anymore. But I felt really honored that she gave me opportunity to just meet her.
If you had to get a new tattoo today, what would it be?
I'm not into doing more tattoos.
Oh, no more.
No,
Okay.
it's crazy because actually there's some tattoos that you do because you like them at that moment and then you don't feel that they resonate with you anymore. So I decided to not get more tattoos.
That's my body. I have like 4 and I want to get rid of them.
Yeah,
wow.
like
Yeah.
yeah, I have like
'Cause I'm
4
like, I
tattoos
grew
that
up,
I'm
I
not.
changed.
Yes, you change and they don't go with you anymore. The good thing is that I stopped doing it and like just feel that I like tattoos. I like to see them in people, but I don't want to get any more. Maybe one crazy day with friends, you get one more.
A little tequila.
But exactly,
Maybe.
with a
That
little
What
would
about
tequila.
one of Tux?
I thought about it. I have a Dalmatian named Tuxedo, so I've been thinking about maybe
to have
that's
him
one.
tattooed.
Maybe that would be my next one.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's a pretty soul
Yeah.
one. Uh-huh.
Just spots everywhere. Just that's what she
spots
was
all
asking.
over your
Yeah,
body?
just spots all over my body.
Do you have any
fashionable
pets?
too.
Or
Yeah.
you're not in one place enough?
I have pets.
Okay.
I have 5 dogs in Colombia.
Oh, my God.
And someone gave me a dog 2 weeks ago for me to go with him on tour. And in the second day of the rehearsals, we put all the stage together in we were in Missouri, in San Luis. Then we have a place with the whole stage. And at the second day there, the dog got super scared about the music. Super scared. So he was holding it and he jumped and he broke his little leg. And now he cannot go with me. So my mom just came to take care of him, and my mom is traveling with me. It's an Affenpinscher. But he's so cute. So it feels like he's super loyal. He's the best company. He was like
What's
the
his
perfect
name?
dog, Charlito.
Oh.
And he was like, he's the perfect company. But now he's in love with my mom.
Well, that's great.
So my heart is broken. he was supposed to be in love with me, but he's in love with my mom. So now my mom is traveling with me. She's taking care of him. But I don't know if he's going to continue with us or not.
Does any of your family usually travel with you?
At the last tour, my parents started like traveling with me much more. I didn't know they were going to be that happy. They were like so happy. So so at this tour, like I hope that they can come more often. Yeah, they really enjoy the show. So if I can make them happy, like why not? So actually they're gonna come.
Well, you're like super close to your dad. Well, probably both, but I was watching your documentary and I just kept seeing how close you were so with your dad.
Who's also a musician.
Yeah, my father is a musician, and it was always his dream to be a singer. So he really resonates with everything that I do. And actually, I do love a lot my mom, and at the same place like my father, both of them. But the connection with my father, like musically, in a music way, was super deep. So he was like a really big support for me. So we have a really close relationship, and he was like my first manager ever. And now I still like send him music when I create, when I write songs. I was like, Pa, what do you think about this song? Or listen to these two songs. I'm kind of deciding, what do you feel about both of them? And he still like give me clues, suggestions, opinions, and I love that.
Well, there was a moment that I loved in the documentary where you were celebrating your success of your album. And what he told you was something about you have to be also prepared when you are not at the top. And like that just like took a lot, like for me, of like how he's always like thinking ahead. So
my father, like he really goes a step ahead. In everything. When I was studying, he was like, Bebe, don't get worried about it. Like the hardest you work, the biggest is gonna come. So just be aware, be prepared, be ready. And then he always just reminds me to be grounded, because there's going to be a day where I'm not going to be in this same position, and it's going to be okay. You know, everyone has their moment, their momentum, and I just enjoying a lot mine and really taking care of them and putting like my all commitment to be my best version while I have this momentum with me.
Well, hopefully it will be a very, very long
long. I hope.
And I love that you grew up singing duets with your dad.
Those were my first stages in my life. We all together, like, he used to have a band, and he used to play songs, and he used to bring me on stage when I was like 5 years old to play with him duet songs.
Wow.
So those were like my first memories about me singing for people, my first stages.
What artists are you looking to for inspiration in terms of performances, and who, when you see other people on tour, do you think, oh, that's the kind of thing I want to do?
So these days I've been listening to Chloe a lot. You have to listen to her. She creates like ambient, like a crazy environment with her music. Is amazing. I'm being more like in an alternative indie music. So it's kind of I don't know, a different world. People, when they think about Karol G, they think about colorful, extra things. But right now, I mean, inside, I kind of in a blue world. So I listen to
your
artists.
blue period.
Yeah, I'm in my blue period. So I kind of I'm listening to artists that gives me that feeling. But as I said, with this tour, I really were looking to the showgirls, Latina showgirls back then. And they have been like my biggest inspiration right now for what I'm doing.
And then can we talk about the creative vision behind the building a world inside a stadium?
Is it an elaborate set?
It's an elaborated set. Yeah, it's a very ambitious set to travel with, especially in Latin America.
Interesting.
In Latin America, that's why many big artists, they just go to, like, for example, they go to Brazil, they go to Argentina, they go to Mexico, but they don't really go to Peru, Guatemala, Panama, Colombia, or
And are you
'cause
going all those places?
all those places.
That's
Yeah,
so
I
fun.
found, yeah, for me it's like my Latina community, they were my first supporters.
Yeah.
So for me to keep bringing my show to all those places is super important, but this stage is kind of really ambitious to bring.
What makes it harder to move? Is it just that their venues are more limiting, or the travel itself? Like, what makes it more difficult?
It's a lot happening. It's very difficult because traveling, we're here, you travel in trucks.
Yeah.
We're bringing 100 trucks all over US.
Wow.
But in Latin America, it's planes. You know,
Oh.
you have to bring everything in planes and being ready every show. Like today, we are in one country, but the next day we are in another country, and then like flying that amount of things that with a massive stage, sometimes we don't get the risk of being on time with the production is really hard. Handways is a lot of hard work, and at the same time it's crazy expensive, you know, because we bring the whole team
Yeah.
from US to travel with us, and of course, like and this is like kind of a more entrepreneur thing, but when you sell tickets in Latin America, is in every money from every country. But we still keep like doing things with US, like with dollars, you know, so it's really huge expensive to bring. And sometimes you do a show that it depends on you, like, you know, it's I want to do it because if it's my people, but it's hard to put all together for a Latin America tour.
Interesting.
Which song are you most excited to perform?
I think the one that has the name of the tour, Viajando por el Mundo, we have a crazy develop and show for that song. It's a party. It's a crazy party. So I think that's the one that I'm most excited to play. But at the same time, I'm just excited to see what's gonna be the reaction for every song, because my album was out in June last year, and I've never done a concert. Like the only thing that I've done is Coachella, but I haven't performed my album with a tour or not even a concert, not even nothing. So I don't know which one is the one that people is going to get more crazy about when I perform it live.
For me, will be Papacito.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's my favorite song of the whole album. Yeah.
But I have to say that one felt so amazing to perform when I was at Coachella. It felt like dreamy. I don't know.
Wow.
I was just acting the whole intro of the song, you know, like
Can you
feeling.
sing a little for
Oh,
us,
no,
Iggy?
I'm terrible
I
voice.
saw
No.
you there, looking so good tonight.
Come on, Iggy.
Like,
No,
me
but
singing
yeah.
it to you. Papacito. Ay, qué rico tú. Like, he get
like
red.
blushing, yeah.
Iggy's the color of a tomato right
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
No, because it's like
Literally.
every time I try to sing, it's just so bad. I also sing off key, and then I forget the lyrics, even though I know the lyrics. So
No,
it
but
just,
you know what's a cool thing? I love going to karaoke. Love that
Yeah.
one.
Really?
Yeah, I love going to
Where
karaoke.
do you go?
But I don't sing.
You just listen.
I just go and listen, and I see how people really they enjoy a lot singing, even if they think they sing bad,
Yeah.
but they're giving everything, and they do attitude, and they do dancing, and that's inspo right there. You know, I love to see those things, and I'm like, oh, she's killing it. Like, I need to, you know, I need to flex.
Apparently, there was karaoke at Taylor Swift's wedding, but everyone was jealous because all of the singers were obviously the best ones.
Oh my, yeah, literally, that's not this case. It must be, like a challenge.
Yeah,
Who's
exactly.
doing it better?
Exactly.
They were fighting.
And then now let's talk about your hair, because you have so many hair transformations. Are you gonna color it or anything like that? Because what's your favorite hair that you've ever had?
I love all of them. And I miss all of them. The blue hair, the pink hair, the red hair, all of them. Like, for me, they literally explain like a moment in my life personally. And right now, I don't know, like before I was back into my brown, I thought about putting it like orange. But then I was like, if I'm going to be my most Colombian version of myself, I have to go with the color of my hair. You know, I have highlights and everything, but the brown is my hair. But I would love to be back into a color later then. I don't know, maybe. What do you think? What should be?
Well, pink is my favorite one.
Pink, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm also
pink.
just like, pink is my favorite color, so it's always.
But pink was a moment. Pink was a thing in the tour, in the last tour. He put like kind of a print to that tour. Yeah, I miss it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wake up feeling like I want to get back into the red. Sometimes I wake up feeling that I want to get back to the blue. And sometimes but it happens the most with the pink.
Wow. It would match your shirt.
Yeah, it would match my shirt. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I laughed so hard. In a recent interview, you were talking about how much you love to do pranks.
Oh yeah, literally. I'm all the time with my people, doing pranks.
What's the most recent prank you played?
When it got a little bit stressful moments when we were at rehearsal, I was like, you know what, I'm deciding I'm not doing this anymore. This is too much. This is not it doesn't worth it. This kind of stress, and I was doing the prank of not going on tour
oh my God.
to everyone when I could. Yeah, but
and didn't you also say you were going to go on Love Island instead?
No, that one actually it was crazy because I called my best friend to do that prank, and I didn't I was this off that I didn't know what Love Island was. So when I was in the interview and the guy with the pranks, he was like, "What about if you call someone and you said that you're going to Love Island?" And I was like, "What is Love Island?" And I got super stressed because my brain was like, "I don't know what is Love Island. I don't know what is Love Island. I don't know what that." But I know who's gonna know. And I called my best friend, and he was like, it's kind of La Casa de los Famosos. La Casa de los Famosos is a really, it's a TV show.
It's a reality TV show. But it's basically all the celebrities are trapped in a house. And you're watching them 24/7.
Do you watch any reality shows?
No, not very into a lot of TV. Telenovelas is another thing. Novelas is, I grew up watching all the telenovelas, all of them. And most of them were Mexican. That's why I feel like I have this big connection with Mexico. The telenovelas are another type of drama. That's drama right there.
If it's past 8 p.m., I can't call my mom because she's just watching.
Yeah.
She's just
but
don't disturb me.
Yeah. And it's crazy because now there's these Korean novelas that moms loves too. It's crazy, but in Colombia, it's getting super famous that moms
Korean
are watching
telenovelas?
Korean telenovelas.
Interesting.
They're very into them, and I'm like, that's interesting. They love.
Well, speaking of which, you were in that show, was it Griselda?
Griselda, yes.
And you said in your Vogue Mexico cover story you want to be acting more. What would be the dream role?
Being the villain.
Being the villain?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that.
Being the villain would be amazing to see myself in that type of darkness character. It's always been a dream. I would love to have the villain role in a movie, but really the bad one, the bad girl in the
who's
movie.
your favorite villain?
Okay, that's a good question. I'm gonna start with the villains at telenovelas. Villains in telenovelas are really, they go hard with the damage that they create to people.
I want to know if you would ever perform at your own wedding. Because I keep thinking about Taylor Swift performing at her wedding. What would be your...
Do you think she's performing here?
Yes, that's what people say.
Oh, they say that she did?
Yeah.
If I get drunk, maybe.
But you wouldn't plan it?
No, I wouldn't plan that I would perform in my wedding, but maybe if I get drunk, I'm just gonna go with a mic and I want to start singing my songs in the bar. Literally in the table, that would be me.
Who would be your dream performer at your wedding?
Oh, if I go to the romantic, cute childhood memory, I always dream about having Justin Bieber performing in one of my birthdays or something.
Wow.
So it can be kind of a cute thing to have him just performing in my wedding, or I will go really crazy with an amount of musicians and a lot of people on stage. That will be a crazy party, and I think I would love to have that. People from Nigeria, because I dream my wedding being in a seaside, in a beach. Yeah. And I think I always dream about having this island vibey party. So I would love to have I find Nigerians really people that party and they sing amazing. So I would love to have.
So very tropical queta.
Very, very, very much. Yeah, what would be your wedding dream? What it will be? Now I'm interested.
What's your wedding dream, Iggy?
I don't want to get married. So I have no dream at all about getting married.
Wow.
Yeah. If you love someone, you love someone. You don't need a party or a piece of paper. you know?
Now I'm kind of in that, like, I always dream about like getting married, and it was like a really important, huge thing you have to do. Even if you're Latino, it's kind of traditionally you grew up like you have to. But now I'm kind of taking it chill. Like if it happens, it's okay. But if it doesn't happen, like
You're single right now?
I'm single right now.
What's your dream first date? Like, what do you like to have as a first date with someone?
Of going like at night just for a walk in the street and eat all the fast food we find in the road, like literally.
What's your favorite fast food?
Maybe hot dogs, fries, and hamburgers. I used to be a really big fan of pizza, but I think I ate that much of pizza that now I don't like it that much anymore. But I'm very fan of hot dogs. I think they're my first. They have
I love
my
hot dogs.
Yeah, they have my first place in the list.
So you're going to have to wait probably until after the tour to go on a date because you right now can't eat this type
No,
of food.
but wait, when you are on tour and you start like traveling this much and doing the tour every single day, you start like needing specific things that help. Like you start like losing weight so fast.
I'm sure.
Crazy. No, it's crazy. It's kind of every 2 weeks they have to do an adjustment to the wardrobe.
Wow.
Because it's 3 hours every day.
Yeah.
And it's, for the body, it's hard. So my last tour, when we were on Europe, in the part of Europe that it was like our last leg of tour, I was giving myself those kind of details, eating a little more hamburgers and hot dogs. Yeah, but I have to wait for Europe again.
Yeah.
Europe is going to be next year, so let's wait. Yeah.
Is it easier to date someone who's also in the public eye or a civilian? Because I feel like you've had some high-profile relationships. Is that easier to navigate or harder sometimes?
Is where I can find people right now,
Right.
Like my latest relationship, it's because I was on the road and I was like doing a song and I met someone.
Yeah.
Or being in tour and I brought someone like that I was opening the tour and I could met him like on the road. Literally, I would love to find a civilian person that I can, I don't know. It would be like a different experience for me right now. Yeah.
You're not like on a dating app.
Oh,
have
no.
Have you ever tried a dating app?
No, I haven't. Should I?
Maybe. Let's work on your profile.
Yeah.
Should I? Like that would be, could you imagine? No, like...
I would just be
You
like,
would be
wait,
like,
this is
wait a
not real.
second.
No, but maybe, imagine if I find someone that is the love, like maybe the love of my life is waiting for me in an app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to try.
One way to find out.
I was very inspired by how you spoke to the audience at Coachella and really addressed political issues in your performance. And I'm curious what you feel one's responsibility is as an artist to speak up for your community, to speak out against things, whether you've been told not to do so in the past and have gone against that.
I think it's literally part of my my responsibility right now in the moment where I'm at in my position to speak for them.
But also to me, about you, like being at Coachella, being like the first Latina to headline it, I feel like you don't really need to say sometimes those words because it's just so empowering.
Your presence is
your
making that
presence,
statement.
And then also like the show that you had. Like I was so proud when you showcased mariachi music. Like I felt included in the whole entire show.
That was beautiful. For me to create that show was super special. And I have to say that I felt very heavy the responsibility of being the first Latina women to headline Coachella after 27 years that the festival has been created. And my idea was to celebrate my culture, and I think that's the biggest statement that I could have done there. And it was so beautiful. Like later then, when I watched the videos of people in TikTok or whatever, people from all over the places, not Latinos, saying, like recording us all together, singing at mariachi or dancing to salsa or dancing to a merengue and saying like, I don't know, but they celebrate where they come from and they celebrate that they're all together and I want to be part of that. So that was beautiful for me to watch. That was my purpose and I think I got a beautiful, I did something special in my heart. Yeah.
No, the second they started, I started crying. My partner was just like, "What are you crying about music?" And I was like, you do not get it. You will not get it at all. I was just like, just let me be.
Let me be, exactly. You're like, are you coming on tour? Of course.
I'm going to try. Yeah.
No, you have to come. It's going to be, we're going to feel that way also.
So you're telling me that you're going to have a mariachi band? Maybe.
maybe. And I think more than that, we have very special moments in the show. I would love you to come.
I would love to come. I've been listening to Karol G all week.
Really?
It's been so fun.
I love that. I love, oh my God, I love that. I love that.
I want to hear about the Konkora Foundation. Konkora means with heart, right?
Yeah, with heart.
When did you start that, and what is your goals with it?
We've been more than 5 years already with it. At the first place, it was our little movement, but right now it became a huge, powerful thing. And I think Konkora makes me feel that my success is not that empty. Sometimes the success can make you feel that it's something that is not really going really good. But for me to have the opportunity to expand my blessings to other people is really important. And also my own testimony in life and how hard it was for me to get into a point being a woman and all the things that I had to go through that I could never explain. Literally say, if I look at you or if I look at any woman in a big, huge position, how hard it was for her to be there. For me, that was an enough reason to create a foundation that works for women's rights in all the ways. So we work with women that are like in prison. We work with women that have been in situations of vulnerability in all the ways, violations like domestic violence, and actually women head of families that they a lack of opportunities and they needed to just pull together and all the family to go through things. So we've been building schools, we've been giving becas and study for women. Actually, here we've been working a lot with the situation of Latinos with like legal things for women that their like husbands, they were taken to their countries and they needed to go out of the country with dignity and everything. So we have an apartment in the foundation and we take care about them. We take care about women that come here as an immigrants and they need opportunities. So we've been in different, every day it grows more.
So
like we
exciting.
have a lot of people supporting us and it's so beautiful to see how big we can go with this.
Amazing. Well, Karol, thank you so much for being here. It's such a treat for us. And I am so grateful that you made time for us in the middle of your intense tour prep.
Thank you to you, Chloe. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ignacio.
Gracias.
Always a pleasure. And let's see what is next for all of us. Thank you so much.